Hi everyone, it's James from Eurovision Ireland back for a new series of Reviewing 2. Can you believe it? It's been 5 whole years since the first series of Reviewing 2. Half a decade. As always, we know that your time's precious, you don't have time to sit there watching reaction videos all day, so Eurovision Ireland likes to make it as easy as possible, 2 minutes or less on every single song heading to the Eurovision Song Contest, which is of course coming to us live from Malmö in Sweden. Sit back, relax, enjoy the videos, let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. Just remember, never any hate, just a difference of opinion, and let's be united by music. It's time for the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. Next up, it's Denmark, Saba and Sand. Now, I was discussing this with a Eurovision Ireland colleague who's part Danish, and we said that when Denmark get it right at Eurovision, they get it very right. And there's a reason that Denmark were the first country in Scandinavia to win Eurovision. The flip side of that, though, is when they don't get it right, they get it very, very wrong. And I feel like that's where Denmark have been wandering around the last few years at Eurovision. And the last time we saw them at final was in 2019, so it has been quite some time. And I feel like since then they've just sort of been wandering around a bit and not really known what to do with themselves. Coming to this year, I think Saba was definitely the right choice to make. She's a very confident performer, she sings well, good staging, connects well to the camera, all these things add up really well. The song's very poppy, very catchy. Some people have likened it to Only Teardrops. I'm not sure I quite see the connection there, other than the fact it's sort of slightly melancholy, falling out of love kind of thing, so maybe that's the link. But yeah, overall as a package I think it works really, really well. And listening to the song, I listened to it the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I quite like this. And then listening to playlists and things that would come up again, I was like, oh yeah, I like this one. Oh yeah, that's Denmark. So even without realising it was Denmark, I still kept picking it out as a song that I liked, which I think is a good thing. What do I think it's going to do at Eurovision? I think this is Denmark's best chance of getting back to the final. Now, semi-finals is a bit more open, so I think that immediately works in their favour. She performs really well, it's a catchy song, so all this puts it in good stead. Once it gets to a final, I don't see it being sort of one to watch for victory, but I do see it as the kind of song that could potentially do well with lots of things line up. So I don't know, as I'm saying this out loud, I'm thinking, oh, maybe if things, if the stars align, as it were, maybe we'll see Denmark in the lower top 10. But I think it's a huge step in the right direction. I think it's Denmark finally sort of shaking off the last few years and saying, right, okay, we know this contest, we're going to get out of our own heads, we're going to show everyone that we know it. And yeah, I really enjoy the song. I think it's a great addition to this year's lineup. So, tack så mycket. That was terrible. Why did you end that in Swedish?